What's up, YouTube fans? Today we're going to take a look at my Transformers collection. So this is mostly Masterpiece and third-party Masterpiece scaled figures, but we do have some other stuff we're going to look at here today. And before I get started, I just want to mention anything you see like lights or stands or any type of display piece, I will put the link in the description, so if you want to get the one for yourself, you can. So let's start on the Season 1 shelf, which is down here. We're going to start all the way over here. And here is our Dinobots. These are the Fans Toys Dinobots. I do like these. These are my go-to for Dinobots so far. We are getting the Giga Power. I have that separate. I'll show you that to you. The only one I don't really like is Scoria. Scoria is kind of off for me. He's a little small and he looks a little funny, but still like that set. Here we have our Season 1 bots. We've got Grapple and Inferno, Trailbreaker and Hoist. I try to put the mold mates together if I can. We got Ironhide and Ratchet. We got two versions of Hound. We got the Fans Toys version and we've got the Takara version. I just really like this vehicle mode. I decided to keep Willis for his robot mode. Here we have the brothers, the Dotson brothers, which is Blue Streak, Prowl, and Smokescreen, all looking good together. I do have RC's blast effect there. Some of them have blast effects from different figures. They didn't come with these, so if you see blast effects, are probably not from that character. Everybody except Blue Streak. There we have Sunstreaker and his brother, sort of partner, Sideswipe. And then Sideswipe's mold mate here, Red Alert, who's gone crazy with the little sparks. Next we have our Make Toys, Jazz, and Transform Elements version of Mirage. These may be replaced soon by Fans Toys. We'll see what happens. I do like these though. Those are my favorites. By the way, this is a custom by Shaun. You can see all that silver paint on the legs, on the guns, on the speakers. That's all custom paint. It comes with a swirly gray plastic and I didn't like that, so I'll customize that. There we have the Plus version of Wheeljack with Trex. And then we have the X-Transbots version of Cliffjumper with Bumblebee. That Cliffjumper, I don't know how long he'll last. If anybody makes him, he's probably getting replaced. But we'll see. There's the Transform Element version of Optimus Prime with Roller down there. Next we have the Fans Toys Minibots. So we've got Brawn with Beachcomber and Warpath, all Fans Toys. And then on the front here, we have the Final Victory version of Huffer, which is probably not going to stay here very long, with Bad Cube and Fans Toys on the way. Here we got the X-Transbots version of Skids, which also might be replaced. I don't know, it's pretty good, but we'll see how it stacks up next to Takara. If I mention other figures that are going to compete for the same character, I'm going to be doing a versus, so you can look out for that. And then back here, I guess I forgot to mention Cosmos here, and he is abducting the girl from Power Glide, so that's his little girlfriend there. So we got the DX9 Power Glide with Fans Toys version of Sea Spray. I really like that Sea Spray. And down here at the bottom, I do have my MP10, and he is battling with the Fans Toys Road King, the version of Motormaster, and they're just kind of hiding here because they can hide my switches over there. So they serve that purpose. All right, now we'll move on to the Decepticon Season 1. These might be Season 1 and 2 actually, so just thinking about that. It might be mixed together, this whole shelf. So next we have the Fans Toys Insecticons. We are getting a reissue of these, so I am going to do a comparison between the reissue and the original release. We have the Fans Toys Thomas. Love this figure. Beautiful in train mode, in all the modes really. We have the Takara Tomy version of Shockwave. He does light up there. And we have the Takara Tomy Megatron, makes noise, and our current Soundwave Takara Tomy with Laserbeak. I don't have any of the tapes out, I'm just using the MMC version of Ravage, which I really like. This was the TFCon exclusive from last year, or from 2019. Here are the Fans Toys version of Reflector. They look really good. And just to balance out my shelf, I have the MMC version of Onslaught up here. Next we have the Fans Toys Decepticons. They have their own shelf. You can see there's a little empty spot right there, and that's where Dead End's going to go. But I love these guys. One set's going to be devoted to the combined mode. The other set's going to be right here, and we'll probably have more space for other figures once we combine them together. We do have the Transform Element version of Optimus Prime. Oh, there he is. This is supposed to be over there, but I put him here just as a truck to kind of complement Motormaster. And we'll move over here to the artwork. So this is my artwork from DMH, which is Defending Our Myths and Heroes. That is Bobby Skullface's store on Facebook. You can buy all sorts of stuff there. I decided to buy some artwork for my display. Here is the custom Bruticus with the Zeta Toys torso and the MMC limbs with the kit from Ramsesiden. I'll put that in the link as well. I really like how this turned out. I'm probably not going to get another Bruticus at this point. I think he does actually talk. Let's see. Oh, his battery's dead, so he won't talk. And then we've got the Toy World Constructor. Maybe his battery works. Yeah, his is weak too. There you go. This is the X version of Constructor. I really like the way it looks. It pops. The purple is really nice and bright. Next we have our season movie and some season 3 and some season 4. It's kind of a mix. Mostly movie characters on this shelf, but we've got some headmasters as well. So got 6-shot Fans Toys version. We have KFC's Kingzilla, their version of Snapdragon. We have X-Transbot's version of Scourge, and then a bunch of Fans Toys figures. So we've got the Fans Toys Galvatron. Really love this. Is the movie version, kind of a darker blue. Next we've got the Fans Toys T version of Cyclonus. This is kind of like a pinkish hue to it. It really pops on the shelf compared to the other one. I'll show you the other one a little bit later. That's on the top shelf. Next we've got Fans Toys Dracula. And we do have a little space there for Skull Cruncher, so whenever he shows up. And next we have the Autobot movie crew. So we've got Blur here with his Target Master. We got the KFC version of Blaster. This is definitely a placeholder for me. I'm waiting for a better version, but for now this is pretty good. Next we've got the Fans Toys version of Springer and RC. And then we've got Daniel here. I don't know why he's in vehicle mode. He should be in robot mode, but there he is. Here's another custom by Shaun Love. So this was a DX9 carry, custom painted on the chest and legs with a face from Fans Toys Hoodlum. Next we've got the Takara Tomy version of Ultra Magnus, KFC's Rekgar, Takara Tomy's version of RC. Really nice vehicle mode. I love the way that looks. And then finally Fans Toys Hot Rod and Fans Toys Cup with their Target Masters. And then I've got my KO MP44 over here. He's my movie version. You can see he's battle damaged on his face as well as his chest, so he's kind of holding himself up there. He does light up here. You can turn on his blast effect there. So that's nice. Next we have one of my favorites, DX9's Omega Supreme. He does light up here. He does have blast effects in both arms. This I really have no need ever to replace. It's a very good figure. Really nicely done. And then we'll move up to here. So next we've got our flight crew. So everything up here are all flying figures for the most part, not everything. So we've got the Iron Trans Star Saber. I really hope that they make the Victory Leo to go with him and combine. That'd be awesome. Next we have the Fans Toys Aerial Bots. Really beautiful looking. I do have this one on the stand there, but they look really good together. I can't wait to combine them into Superion. That'll be fun. Next we have Fans Toys version of Jetfire. My favorite character is Jetfire, if you didn't know. And this is the X version, so one of my favorite in the entire collection. I do have a couple more Jetfires. And here we have the Giga Power Dinobots. They're here temporarily. I don't really have a display for them right now. Eventually the Seekers are all going to go up here. And I'm waiting on the Takara Tomy 3.0 Plus and or the Make Toys versions of the Seekers, so they're going to go up here. And then finally we've got the Fans Toy Cyclonus. This is going to be in jet mode soon, and it's going to go on that stand. That stand is garbage. Don't even bother with that stand. But yeah, here he is. And that's it for Flight Crew. And last but not least, we have our retail shelf here. So we've got Skylinks, Jetfire. I love that version of Jetfire. Then we've got the Netflix Optimus Prime, Optimus Primal back here. These are mostly here just to serve as comparisons for reviews. Honestly, I don't necessarily need them in my collection, but I do like how he looks. And then down here we've got the Hasbro versions of Quintessons with the Alicons, and of course behind them we've got 01 Studio Cell. He does light up. I love the little LED eyes, that looks beautiful. And since he's a little bit smaller compared to some of the other combiners, I do put him with my retail stuff just so he looks a little bit bigger, nicer. Obviously you've seen on this side I've got my collector's cards. These are the Takara Tomy ones, starting at MP10 and continuing all the way down up to MP51. Next we've got the Fans Toys versions, pretty much all of their figures, except I think the only one I don't have is Lupus. I think that's it, and maybe their version of Shockwave, which I don't really care about. Then down here we have some blank spots still, so we need 2 more for the Superion Combiner and 1 more for the Menasor. And then we've got a couple blank spots there. While we're down here, I'll show you. Here's my Extreme sets, and this one I'm waiting for the version 2.0. It's coming out very soon. I was actually going to film this video after we got that set, but unfortunately it's still not shipped, so I decided why don't I just do this now, and maybe in a future video I'll show those off. Here's my box collection. I know it's weird, but I like the artwork on these boxes. This is by Johannes Vinci. He does all the Fans Toys box art. And then finally we have the Takara Tomy boxes here. I just like looking at them. They're kind of stacked up. You can see all the characters that way. And finally over here we have our Bandai / robot collection. So here's the Solar Jogoken version of Voltron, which made it so I never need another Voltron again. And down here we've got the Super Mini Pla version, also Bandai Voltron. This one also converts, which is pretty cool. It was a little plastic model you put together, but I really like it. And next we have my Gundam Universe collection, which I've been reviewing, but nobody's really been watching, so I know people aren't really interested, but I really like these figures, especially these ones here that I kept. There are some that I chose not to keep, but that's really it for that. So that's going to do it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. We will be doing this video every 6 months, just like I've always been doing, so you'll get another one in December. We'll get an update. Hopefully we have our Extreme sets all set up by then. That'll basically be the background, so instead of this white, you'll have that Autobot and Decepticon background there, so we'll take a look at that. And if you're interested in anything you saw in this video, like the stands or the lights or anything else, you can check the link in the description below. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.